Welcome back. Let's jump into it. Yo, I'm going to be away the weekend for a baseball tournament and I'm going to be taking my iPad. If you want me to draw you something over this time, answer these three questions. What's your favorite food? What's your favorite animal? And what is something you like to do for fun? And I'll see if I can come up with something. I'll pick some random people in the comments. Boom. Well, now that guy's done babbling over, here we go. Let's jump into it. Plentiful Cuisines hit us up with the potato, the elephant, and cooking. Now this drawing, I will say from the get-go, just flowed off the pen. So it was an easy drawing to concept out, but then also really easy to sort of ink out. Sometimes they sort of go against each other for me. Other people probably nail it, but this one here with the concept was literally just an elephant getting caught by us, the viewer, of them mashing these humanized potatoes. Nothing more than that. But the drawing piece, like the trunk, is always really fun to draw because you can treat it like an octopus type arm where it can like twist and turn and give a lot of movement to the drawing. And so even though it's holding something stationary, it's got that movement wrapped up inside it. I found the hands, which I humanized the elephant, making it bipedal rather than on its four. The hands kind of like look like it's shocked, but you can still see there's that weightiness to them. And the shape of the elephant sitting down underneath sort of really made this sort of fun. And then taking it over to the potatoes. Now they give you a lot of grace of drawing a potato because you don't have to draw a perfect circle, but you get to add a lot of sort of character to them. And they sort of give to the story. Now just adding sort of the low lights, the shadows, just to give it a bit more depth, a little bit more fun, a little bit more character. So thank you very much, Plentiful Cuisine, for jumping in and doing this. I was stoked. Now we have Forgotten Soul, who had kiwi, wolves, and listening to music. At first I was like, I don't want to do a wolf every time, not a wolf, like an animal every time. It's just an easy one to sort of learn on. And then I was like playing around with it while I was sketching, and I just drew the kiwi fruit, and I was like, oh, that'd be a really interesting sort of concept, and have the wolf on the hat. And then I was like, well, how can I push that a little bit further? And then one thing I should like to talk about, see how I'm adjusting the legs? Sometimes it just doesn't work, and you can make that adjustment on the fly, especially in Procreate or Photoshop or something like that. So I had to adjust the legs because they were just out of proportion in the wrong spots. But anyway, back to the wolf piece. Like the illustration was really fun to sort of work on, but the thing I really took away from this was the concept of how did you fit the wolf in here? And to me, I added the wolf by the music that the kiwi fruit is listened to. The band is called The Howls, and there's actually each of the song tracks animal related or wolf related, like put your pack into it or something like that. I can't remember what it exactly says. You can't even read it on this, which was just sort of a waste of time. I took so much time to do that, but it was really fun to sort of do. Then what do we have up next? We have Dawn. Thank you very much, Dawn, for jumping in for this. This is Chili, Arctic Fox, and Draw or Puzzles. So at first you seen that little sketch. I was going to draw a snowman melting, holding the chili, and the chili's so hot that it's melting, and the fox is trying to eat it fast, but it just didn't work out, and I wanted to get the puzzles in there somehow. So the fox ended up spilling the chili onto the puzzles, and the puzzles decided to fail. Adding spilling food or drinks or something like that gives a lot of energy to the drawing, I feel. The puzzle pieces were really fun to sort of draw, but not, it was kind of a little bit, I don't want to say boring, but I was kind of like, oh man, like this is a lot of puzzle pieces to sort of draw. Like especially even trying to get it all to change up with just a little like notches in and out of them. But it all worked out. Thank you very much, Dawn. It was really nice of you to jump in and do this. What do we have next? We have Chicken Caesar Salad, Beagle, and Working Out by Woodstock the Beagle. This was actually the first one that I did in this from this short that I created. The Beagle. I was trying to get it to look like those old, like boxing, working out sort of photos, or the ones that you would see like Strongest Man Alive with those like really high pants. I should have put a belt on it. But the really high pants, and then having the big weights and everything like that. It was a really fun drawing to do. Sort of, it came together really quickly. Thanks very much, Woodstock the Beagle. And yeah, thanks for joining. Subscribe if you're keen, or don't. You do you.